Daniel Jones might be the most disrespected player in the entire NFL. After 5 turnovers against the Steelers, everyone thinks he's going to fall off. Again, well, guess what? They're wrong. In fact, 4 of his 5 turnovers against the Steelers were not even his fault. Let's break it down and highlight what the haters are missing. All right, this is Daniel Jones' first turnover of the game, and I have no idea why the Indianapolis Colts did not chip block TJ Watt. TJ Watt is a game record. The Indianapolis Colts are going to leave him one-on-one, unimpeded rush to Daniel Jones, and you are going to see a strip sack. This is not Daniel Jones's fault. I would say this is the play caller's fault for not helping early in the game. The play call is pretty simple. You're going to have an outside release post by the receiver right here. You're going to have Josh Downs come in this orbit motion. Then you're going to have Tyler Warren go on a shallow cross, 4 to 6 yards opposite hash, and you're going to see he's going to be running wide open. And then you're going to have a deep cross by this receiver here. Here's my issue with it all. Look at this get off from TJ Watt. It's the bend underneath, and there's no help whatsoever. No one can block TJ Watt one-on-one. I want to see Jonathan Taylor come, and I want him to see right here, double team the rusher. If you can get that done, then I believe that this play will be open because you won't have an unimpeded path to the quarterback, because once Daniel Jones is at the very top of his drop and Jonathan Taylor goes this way, you're going to have a wide open Tyler Warren. This turnover is not Daniel Jones's fault. All right, this is Daniel Jones's first interception of the game, and I'm going to show you exactly why. This has nothing to do with Daniel Jones. He makes the perfect read. Peyton Wilson, right here, he is going to be covering Jonathan Taylor man-to-man. Here's what should happen on the play. You're going to bring in motion all the way over here, and that is Tyler Warren, their great tight end. He's going to be on a rail route or a wheel route. This receiver is going to run a hitch route. This receiver out here, a deep end. And the number one guy for him in the slot and the Daniel Jones is Josh Downs. Josh Downs is going to come in. He's going to go out. Jonathan Taylor should be, and he doesn't run it, he should be in the flat all the way up here. Do you guys remember what I just told you about what happened the play before? No one helped on TJ Watt. So they went back to the sideline and said, we need to help with TJ Watt. But because we're helping with TJ Watt, the linebacker covering Jonathan Taylor can just stay there. So you try to protect your quarterback. You try to protect Braden Smith, the right tackle. But Jonathan Taylor, after he does come up here and chip, he does not get out to the flat, and Peyton Wilson just reads Daniel Jones like a book. All right, this is turnover number 3 for Daniel Jones, interception number 2, and this is just bad luck. What do you know, Peyton Wilson, linebacker, okay, he's playing to the nickel side. He's going to end up pressuring. So when you pressure on this play, you're going to have an inside zone RPO. What that means is the entire line, bulls on parade, going left. Inside zone to the weak side, away from the 2 tight end set at the top. When you do that, you have the opportunity as a quarterback, Daniel Jones, to throw this right here, which is a hot route by Michael Pittman. He's going to go up. He's going to replace the pressure and sit down. I'd like to see him go on a slant route. Or you can just hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. But Daniel Jones is doing everything he knows what to do. He's looking at the blitzer. In meetings, you are told if they're blitzing, we're going to throw it because this blitzer is running right into Jonathan Taylor. But it's just an amazing play by number 41 to get his hands up, and it just ends with an interception. In fact, it's just a freak play and a freak turnover for Daniel Jones. All right, guys, Daniel Jones' last interception, and I hate to say it, it is not his fault. I want you to watch and pay attention. We're going to run this play at the slot receiver. Josh Downs is running a seam route, gets rerouted, and Daniel Jones throws it right to the corner. If you look at the top of the screen, this receiver is +3, meaning you are 3 yards or 4 yards away from the number. I want you to look down here. This receiver is like a yard away from the numbers. Every single detail matters. When that happens and you go up, you run this comeback route or this hinge route, this corner is able to play this seam by Josh Downs and this receiver down here. Here's what Daniel Jones is seeing. Daniel Jones is trusting Josh Downs, who is in the slot right here, to get released away from this dude coming to reroute him. Andy Reid used to tell me releases of your life on this 4 vertical. So that's what it is. This safety, I believe, is Jalen Ramsey. He stays on this side of the field. So there's a huge open area right here. Daniel Jones has already been sacked, already turned the football over. So he does take this drop back and he gets rid of the football maybe a little bit too early. But if Josh Downs is able to sneak by here and get the release of his life, and this receiver is correctly split all the way out here, it would pull this defender all the way out here, and there would be a huge hole to throw over this safety's head, who is buzzing down. This was not Daniel Jones's fault. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you guys think? You think Daniel Jones is going to fall off or continue a strong season? And if you've heard any more bad takes, put them in the comments below. I might just have to jump on them next week. See you guys next time.